Hi, Year 12. So this will be the last of the videos that actually go through the UCAS application form. It's going to go through the last few sections. And from next week, we're going to start looking at your personal statement and putting that together in a bit more detail. Obviously, you can come back to these videos at any point if there are other bits that you want to change or things that you want to add. And as always, if you have any questions, then you can just email me. So the first week we looked at personal details and additional information. And last week we looked at the education section, which is a little bit fiddly, but hopefully it made sense. So today we're going to look at all the remaining ones because they are a bit more straightforward. And we're going to start with choices. Now, I appreciate that at the moment, you might not know all your choices, you might not have them all. But once you start to figure out where it is you want to go and what it is you want to do, then this is the section that you put them in. So note at the top, just to remind you, that you can make a maximum of 5 choices. That's 5 courses. You could technically apply for 5 courses at the same university. It's not the university that counts, it's the course. And quite a few people do apply for more than one course at the same university if there is something that they really, really like. So don't worry too much about that. Video, as always, and then underneath, click on add a choice to put the first thing in. So if you know the code, you can put it in, but actually the easiest thing to do is go to list and then to type the name of the university you want to go to. So I'm going to start with Brunel. You normally only have to put the first few letters in. And there you go. And that will automatically put in the institution code. That's the code for the university. The course code is the specific course that you want to do. So you have to be careful that you get exactly the right one. As you can see here, for example, anthropology. There's anthropology and sociology with a placement there, a different kind with a placement because they're 4-year sandwich courses. Anthropology with yet another kind of placement, and they're at the bottom. So you need to make sure that the one that you click on is the one that you absolutely want to do and that you are certain about. Again, if we just look up here, aerospace engineering, there's one here, H400, and one here, H402. What's the difference? Well, H400, if we look over here, says 4FT. That's a 4-year full-time course, IMD, so that includes an integrated master's. So it's got an integrated postgraduate qualification. Whereas this one below is 3 years full-time and it's an honours degree. So that one is your normal undergraduate degree. Please check. You will need to do that by going on the websites for the university, going to the course page and looking on it there. You'll be able to see the course code really clearly displayed on the page. If we have a look here, the one that we've just been looking at, aerospace engineering. This is the BENG, so this is the bachelor's, the undergraduate degree, 3 years full-time, or you can do 4 years full-time with a placement, but it is a 3-year degree, and it is H402. So that should be the one that you want to look at. This one here is the master's version. So it's 4 years full-time or 5 years with a placement. If you choose to have one, you choose that during your degree. And that one is H400. It's a different code. Please make sure that you get the right one. Obviously, you shouldn't be choosing a course unless you've read the website and read the course information in lots and lots of detail. So you should know, but it is really worth double, triple checking. So say we want to do the 3 years aerospace engineering. There we go. I'll put the code in there. Campus code. Now, some universities have more than one campus. Some of them don't. For Brunel, it doesn't. So it just says main site. It just comes up as nothing. If it has a choice of campuses, then again, you must check the university page itself, or UCAS may choose for you. Most of the time, it does. Your start date, when do you want to start? You've only got two options. You can either choose to start in December 2021, so you finish your A-levels in June, you get your results in August, you start in September, or you can defer and you can actually choose to take a year out and tell the university at this stage that you're taking a year out, and then you will start in 2022. The course requirements are exactly the same. The offer they give you, the conditional offer they give you, will be exactly the same grades. It will make no difference. It's just if you want to start straight after you finish your A-levels or your BTEC, sorry, or if you want to take another year and do something in that year. Don't choose deferral unless you've got some kind of plan. You just choose September 2021. You can sometimes change that. So, for example, if you say you want to start straight after your A-levels or BTEC, but then you change your mind, there is some wiggle room, but you can't do it through UCAS. You have to do it by contacting the university directly. So it's best to be sure before you press the button, the final button, to send it off. Further details, you probably won't have this here. It's only if you're actually told to put something in, then you put something in there. Otherwise, you just leave it. Do you want to live at home while you're studying? Well, obviously, it depends where the university is. If it's a London university, you can click yes. You may want to stay at home. You don't have to. You can live out if you want to. If it's not in London, then you will not be living at home. So you will need to click no. Again, you can change this later on, but the more accurate information you can give them at this point, the better. And point of entry. So usually you leave this blank. If you are starting the first year of the course, so like most of you will be, you're going into an undergraduate course, you're starting in the first year, then you will go straight into the first year. Sometimes if your degree has a foundation year, you can enter 0. Sometimes it will be automatically put in there for you, but don't worry. And if you're not sure, just leave it blank. It's better to leave it blank than to put the wrong thing in. When you are happy with that, you're happy you've got the right university, you're doing the right course, you've got the right start date, then you can click save. And it will then give you the information at the bottom. You can see it at the bottom. So when you look at this at a glance, you know what you are applying for. As always, you can edit it here. If you look at that and you think, oh no, actually that's the wrong aerospace engineering, I meant to choose the 4-year one, I've made a mistake, you can edit it. Or if you want to take it out completely, you've changed your mind, you can remove it there. Just to let you know at this stage, once you send your application to UCAS, so once your personal statement is on, you've paid and sent, we've checked it, we've put your reference on and off it's gone, then you cannot change your choices. They are fixed. So you must be certain, when we tell you we're pressing that button, you must be certain that they are the places that you want to go. If something then happens later down the line in year 13, then there are again a few things that we can do, but it is much more difficult after that form is sent off. So please be certain before it goes. You've got a few months yet to be absolutely certain and ready. So the next box is employment. Most people don't fill this in. If you've had a part-time job, you can, and it's pretty straightforward. Where did you work? What was the address? What did you do? And then your start and finish date, and whether it was full or part-time. I'd imagine for the majority of you it will be part-time. This is really more for mature students, people who are going to university after they've had a career. They're not as bothered about part-time jobs, but if you've had them and you want to put them in there, then you absolutely can. If you've not had any part-time jobs, or you don't want to add anything, you can just tick section complete and click save, and it will give you the little tick there. You must do that to be able to send the form off. The last section then is where your personal statement goes. And I'm going to talk about this a lot more over the next few weeks, but for now, you type it in this box. We don't recommend that you type it straight into this box, as the spell check isn't great and you can easily go over or make mistakes. And also, we can't see it, or your tutor can't see it yet if it's typed into this box. You need to be doing it in Word or in Unifrog, and it needs to be sent to your tutors for checking. But again, more on that next week. Your personal statement can be up to 4,000 characters. That's characters, not lines, don't worry, or words. And that's 47 lines long. If it goes over that, it will just cut it off. So you'll need to check really carefully that it doesn't do that. And another reason that you don't write it straight in here is it times out. So it will just lose all your work if you spend too long on this section. Just to let you know now, again, I'll talk about this more, but the UCAS use software to check personal statements. They use it to check against personal statement websites, so websites that are known for selling personal statements, and they also use it, and this is even more important, to check against personal statements they've already got in their system. So that's anybody who has already applied at any point. I've seen this work, and it's really, really clever. And if it does find something in your personal statement that exists elsewhere, it will just highlight it. So the university can see that it's just being copied. And they'll let the university know, you can contact the university, and they'll also let you know that they have found you out. So long story short, don't copy it, don't plagiarize it. It needs to be your own work. Once you've finished it, you can save it or you can preview it. You then have the View All Details button. This is where you can see the whole, everything that you filled in on your UCAS form. It will show you anywhere that there are any errors that you need to correct before it can be sent off. And you also need to tick section complete on this in order to be able to send it. Pay and send, as you can see, isn't yet available. I can't even click on it. And that's because I haven't got a red tick in all these boxes. This is where you, exactly what it sounds like, you pay and send it. As a reminder, when you do pay and send, it doesn't go to UCAS, it comes to me and Mr. Stokes and Miss Rimington, and it means that we can have a look at it, and also we can put on your predicted grades and your tutors can add your references. You will need a debit card or a credit card to pay and send, and it will cost £25 to apply to up to 5 universities, and it's a one-off payment that you need to make to UCAS. The only other thing to look at really is the help section, which it will give you any help, and you can change your password or security questions in the options section at the bottom. So if you've set your password to something silly, then you can change it there. That is absolutely it. That's the end of the form. There's obviously still quite a bit to do, quite a lot of work to do in finding your unis, finding your courses, checking them and being certain about them, and of course doing your personal statement. But that is all the admin. I would absolutely recommend that you get as much of this admin stuff done as possible at this stage, so you can make sure that it's just there. And then when you're adding your choices and you're adding your personal statement over the next few weeks or the next few months, then that's all you've got to worry about. You've not got to be bothering about, personal details and your address and whatnot. Just another reminder, if you need any help, to drop me an email. And also that I'm doing a webinar on Tuesday the 16th, which is aimed at parents and carers. And I'm going to go through exactly the same thing that I've been through in these last 3 videos and show them how the UCAS form works. So please do encourage them to drop by. The details are in the family bulletin this week and will also be emailed to you. Goodbye.